everywhere anxiously awaited an official word, and finally, WWE's Executive Vice President, Triple H, stepped forward to break his silence. Known for his deep ties to Roman and his influential role behind the scenes, Triple H's response carried the weight of both concern and leadership. In his heartfelt statement, he addressed the severity of Reigns' injury while acknowledging the impact of the shocking attack. Tonight, we dive into Triple H's reaction, what it means for Roman's future, and how this pivotal moment is reshaping the landscape of WWE. Setting the stage, Clash in Paris and the calm before the storm. The atmosphere at the Paris La Défense Arena was electric long before the opening bell rang. Fans from across the globe had gathered to witness a night packed with intense matches and storylines reaching fever pitch. But the opening bout quickly became the match that no one could forget. Roman Reigns, the unyielding tribal chief and six-time world champion, faced off against Bronson Reed in a grudge match loaded with tension. The animosity between these two was rooted in weeks of provocations and personal insults, with Reed stealing Reigns' iconic shoes and mocking his tribal chief status in what fans dubbed the Shula Fala incident, a disrespect that couldn't go unanswered. The Paris crowd roared as Reigns and Reed clashed, each blow heavier than the last. For 22 grueling minutes, the two warriors exchanged punishing strikes, throws, and power moves, showcasing a mix of raw strength and technical mastery. Reigns, known for his strategic brilliance, opened strong, delivering thunderous punches that shook Reed. But Reed's resilience and brute force soon turned the tide. With his imposing 330-pound frame, he landed the world's strongest slam and a thunderous Samoan drop, reminding everyone he was no pushover. The match ebbed and flowed, and after a fierce back and forth, Reigns secured victory with a devastating spear, earning the respect of the roaring crowd and signaling that this fight was far from over. The ambush. When celebration turned to carnage. Just as Roman Reigns basked in his hard-earned victory, the mood shifted dramatically. The crowd's cheers turned to gasps when Bron Breakker, a fearsome enforcer and a key member of the Vision faction, stormed the ring. Without warning, Breakker spearheaded Reigns through the announcer's table, a brutal move that left the tribal chief writhing in pain. But the assault didn't stop there. Bronson Reed rejoined the fray, delivering 3 crushing tsunamis, 2 of which landed while Reigns was helplessly strapped to a stretcher. The relentless attack was both calculated and savage, with the intent to do lasting damage. In a desperate attempt to save his cousin, Jey Uso sprinted into the chaos, but even his efforts couldn't turn the tide. He was quickly overwhelmed by the combined might of Breakker and Reed, adding another layer of tragedy to the unfolding scene. The Paris crowd fell into stunned silence, a collective breath held as medics rushed to tend to Reigns. The severity of the injury was clear. This was no ordinary beatdown, but a vicious and dangerous attack that left Reigns fighting for more than just a match. Triple H breaks. His silence, leadership, and accountability. In the hours following the devastating attack, the WWE Universe anxiously awaited any sign of reaction from the company's leadership. Finally, Paul Levesque, better known to fans as Triple H, stepped forward with a statement that carried significant weight. Known for his own storied wrestling career and his current role as WWE's Executive Vice President and Chief Content Officer, Triple H has long been a guiding force behind the scenes, shaping the product and mentoring emerging talent. His message was clear and decisive. The attack was unacceptable and would have consequences. He confirmed the immediate release of Bron Breakker from WWE, emphasizing that the safety of performers was paramount and that reckless, dangerous behavior would not be tolerated. However, his statement was also cryptic, framing the incident as a war where only one survived and praising the Vision's ultimate statement. This duality, condemning the violence yet acknowledging the impact, painted a complex picture of WWE's approach to storytelling and real-life accountability. Triple H's comments showed he was walking a fine line between maintaining the integrity of the storylines and protecting the well-being of the company's stars. The Vision, a faction poised to dominate WWE. At the heart of this chaos stands The Vision, a faction formed in the aftermath of WrestleMania 41 by Seth Rollins, who had once been one of Roman Reigns' closest allies and Shield brothers. The Vision's rise is one of WWE's most compelling stories of 2025, weaving betrayal, power struggles, and raw ambition into a tapestry of dominance. Led by Rollins, the group includes the powerhouse Bron Breakker, the brutal Bronson Reed, the crafty Becky Lynch, and strategist Paul Heyman. Their mission? To dismantle Roman Reigns' reign and reshape WWE's landscape. Rollins' betrayal of Reigns and CM Punk was a defining moment that set this faction on a collision course with the tribal chief. Since then, the Vision has been methodically picking apart Reigns' allies and attacking his legacy. The vicious ambush at Clash in Paris wasn't just an isolated incident. It was a calculated move designed to assert the Vision's dominance and send a clear message to anyone who dared challenge them. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief's journey and future. Roman Reigns' career has been marked by resilience, dominance, and a fierce connection to his family and heritage. As the tribal chief, Reigns carries the weight of the Anoa'i wrestling legacy and has been the cornerstone of WWE programming for over a decade. His 2025 run has been a blend of triumph and hardship, from regaining his place at the top to navigating betrayals within his inner circle. Reigns' recent injury, confirmed to be multiple fractured ribs, forces him into an indefinite hiatus, raising questions about his future in WWE and beyond. With Reigns set to star in the upcoming Street Fighter movie as Akuma, the timing of this injury coincides with his Hollywood commitments, fueling speculation that the injury angle may also serve to facilitate his time away from the ring. Yet fans and insiders alike hope this break is temporary. Reigns' influence on WWE's culture, storylines, and fan base is unparalleled, and his eventual return could reignite one of the most thrilling chapters in WWE history. The bloodline and the ripple effects. The attack on Roman Reigns doesn't just affect him personally, it sends shockwaves through the bloodline. The faction made up of Reigns' cousins, including Solo Sikoa and the Usos. The fractured nature of the bloodline storyline, with internal conflicts and shifting alliances, sets the stage for potential reunions and explosive confrontations. Solo Sikoa's fierce loyalty and determination to protect his family will undoubtedly fuel the next chapter in this saga. Meanwhile, the vulnerability exposed by Reigns' absence has given the Vision a rare opening to consolidate their power. A moment that redefined WWE. The Clash in Paris attack on Roman Reigns and the subsequent fallout have transformed WWE's landscape. It's a story of loyalty, betrayal, resilience, and the harsh realities behind the scripted drama. Triple H's decisive response underscores WWE's commitment to safety and professionalism, while the Vision's ruthless ambition signals a new era of competition. For fans, it's a reminder that wrestling is more than just entertainment. It's a complex emotional journey filled with real human stories and unforgettable moments. As the dust settles, all eyes remain on Roman Reigns' recovery, the Vision's next move, and the inevitable showdown that will shape WWE's future for years to come. Stay informed, stay updated, hit that subscribe button.